with B-Bad and Brandon.
Who's the replica question?
Yeah.
It's a blunt edge, but that's right.
Is it
Looks,
blunt?
yeah,
Oh,
looks
okay.
fucking cool though.
Fucking
I got
oath
it absolutely because it looks cool.
Dude, it looks cool. I like
Yeah.
the colors. Yeah.
The colors are cool, and then
Yeah.
I can say the Samurai Museum in Japan was one. It was definitely a tourist trap. But
Where was that?
Yeah. What
I
was
went
that?
years ago.
But like, do you remember what city?
Oh, Tokyo.
Oh, right.
Yeah, in Tokyo.
Fuck, I wish
But
I
it was
remembered.
sick. They had like vintage wear, like back to samurai 1400
Wow.
sort of days.
Dude, I would have been mad. I
Yeah.
never even thought about going there. Yeah, that's
Very cool.
Yeah.
It was a cool place.
That is.
I definitely one of my
definitely haven't
fun
been there.
parts of that trip when I went to
Yeah,
Japan.
the culture of Japan is just sick though.
it is.
Like,
It's-
I think I was too young to appreciate it when I went, but now looking back and being older,
You are old.
Oh, thanks, John. How old are you, Ben?
How old do you think I am?
Well, this is the thing. We're gonna
I reckon
play.
you're less than Brando.
Yeah.
Less than Brando.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm old.
Nah,
I don't think you got a 3. You got a 3?
you have a 3.
I've got a 3.
Yeah, okay. All right.
What's your second number?
4.
You 34.
Turning 35. in
Get
August.
fucked.
Damn, you're looking good.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah.
What's
you know
your
what they
background,
say?
like?
Asian don't raise it.
Yeah, Like,
Vietnamese. So yeah, my parents my parents moved from Vietnam
yeah.
to America, and then I was
Oh,
born
that's the
there.
accent. Yeah.
That's where I was born.
Bro, can we just like, you're
Yeah.
not 34. What is it with,
Turn the YouTube on and check it out.
yeah, like what's with the,
This is we're streaming good
MMA
quality here.
keeps you young.
does
Yeah.
it?
Who would have thought getting punched
No,
in the
no,
head?
I don't know.
Well, you probably did your best not to get punched in the head.
Yeah. No, I avoid punches as much as I don't get hit, guys.
You know, when I woke up this morning and we were doing this podcast, I was like, I'm going to sit in the same room, talk to a guy who's fought on the UFC.
yeah.
That's
fucking
pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like sometimes I forget I'm like a big deal, and it's funny that you guys say that because I had a student. I've got this new student that's been training me for a good, I'd say month and a half, and he's been really liking coaching and my style of coaching or whatever. And he finally goes up to me yesterday. He's like, "Man, I found your Instagram page. Did you fight in the UFC, like the big show?" I'm like, "Yeah, man." I'm like wearing my actual UFC gloves too.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Where do you think I got these from? Big W or something?"
Yeah.
Just bought them on the internet.
He's like, "Oh, well, I don't know." It's like,
That's
That's
Fuck,
awesome.
that's cool.
That is
Yeah.
pretty cool. Like you don't get that. I think we take it for granted sometimes. Like some of the people we've had the privilege of interviewing, and because everyone you meet, like everyone's just so humble. Like we're very lucky, and you don't look like you're walking around and be like, "I fucking fought in the UFC. What have you done with your life?" Kind of thing. So
definitely not.
it's pretty.
Definitely not.
It's pretty cool to be be in that same company, especially from our point of view. And I can imagine the people you coach. Like fuck.
Yeah, I feel like I've got like a bunch of like nerds that I'm coaching. Actually, I've got like a brand new team. I'm kind of out in spot of Brisbane where I don't know. There's northwest, like I'm out in like Arana Hills.
Oh, yeah.
area.
That way.
Old
There's not
AH.
much for MMA out that
Yep.
way, and it just seems like there wasn't a lot of people, so I was just getting like bunch of nerds at first, and
sick.
so I'm just turning them into a bunch of like
Killers.
power nerds.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
That's
Yeah.
fucking
nerds,
sick.
nerds that can fuck people up.
Yeah,
That's it,
it's
man.
the worst. Type
And
of
it's
smart
MMA
thing.
club, like everything.
So that it's called Grapple Factory.
Yep.
And they we do MMA as well. So
Yep.
I'm the head MMA coach.
Yep.
And I do more like the combat side of things.
Yep.
So
Yeah, cool.
striking and MMA stuff.
Sick. Grapple Factory is quite a fun name.
Yeah, it's a fun place too.
Yep.
It's just like a big open. There's a huge powerlifting side. It's
Yep.
got like like top of the line equipment and stuff.
Yep.
That's
I actually haven't been around to explore all the gym, but it's quite a nice facility in a hidden spot. Like
Yeah.
you wouldn't know it's there
Yeah.
unless you knew. It
You
was
saw
there.
it after.
Yeah, you got to know.
That's pretty cool. I feel like we did skip a few steps though.
Yeah,
Like,
we skipped the
we
question.
always do.
Oh no, what happened?
But it's all right.
We forgot to find out who you are.
Yeah, pretty much like-
everyone's listening,
Oh,
thinking,
right.
all right, there's some guy called Ben.
Yeah, this guy's name's Ben. He does some UFC stuff. That's cool
Yeah.
and stuff. But man, like we've given away a lot of stuff. So I reckon we just take us back. Your parents are from Vietnam.
Yep.
So you grew up in America?
Yep, I grew up in America about 24 years, and then I left. So I got invited to go train in Thailand or
Oh,
try out for the Tiger Muay Thai fight team.
Sick.
yeah, right.
Yeah, so I was like the first year they did like a team trial,
Yep.
and I got invited to do that and just dropped everything to go.
Absolutely.
What were you doing at the time in America?
I was working as a computer technician.
Oh, wow.
That's
like in-home stuff, like go
Yeah.
to people's houses
Go
and like
set up
fix their
their-
computers,
Fix
like,
up the computer.
yeah, like clear the viruses
Yep.
and stuff. And
That seems
Yeah, right.
very stereotypical.
yeah, so in America we have a big box electronics store,
Yeah.
Yeah.
JB.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's called Best Buy. I don't
Yeah.
know if you heard of it.
Yeah, I've heard of Best
I
Buy.
saw one.
And you're
the
like-
It's
other
a
day.
huge JB, like a huge big box electronics store, and then they had like their own Geek Squad,
Yeah.
like their own like
And you're part of the Geek Squad.
support. Yeah, I was part of the Geek Squad, so like we wore like these white, just plain white shirts with like the black ties.
Oh,
and-
no way.
Yeah, it was part of the uniform.
Yeah,
You had to wear it.
Did you have a pocket
At work.
protector?
I did not have a pocket. I didn't go that far, but like I had like a cool vest.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
had
yeah.
like the sick black tie, the boots, black pants. It was
Yeah.
it was a fun job.
Yeah.
And you obviously were training MMA and
I was
everything on the
training
side.
MMA at the time. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. I was pursuing. I was really wanting to become like a fighter in
Yep.
MMA, and it just wasn't really taking off and going
Yep.
anywhere. So like I had to get a job.
Got to do
Yeah.
a job
yeah.
too. Yeah,
So I had
damn.
to support myself, and then
How'd the opportunity to go to Thailand come up?
oh yeah, so I got invited. No,
Because this
I-
is what you said 10 years ago.
2012.
So like
yeah,
social media's kind of just taken off at that point. It's not the
Yeah.
animal that it is now.
no,
What was the process of getting noticed and know that back then? And I say back then, but it's only 10 years ago.
right. So I feel like Tiger Muay Thai. It's like this big. Right now, it's like a huge
It's
international.
a cool place.
Yeah,
Mm.
and cool place for not only like Muay Thai but like MMA, Jiu-Jitsu, grappling, and CrossFit's like a huge big deal out there.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
they
right.
probably have like half their membership is probably just all
For CrossFit.
CrossFitters. Yeah,
Yep.
there's so many people that come through that camp from all over the world. It's a
Yep.
huge camp. But anyways, yeah, they did a team trial that day or that year, and I found out about it, and you had to apply to go
Yep.
get invited, and I
Yep.
just sent in my application, just kind of not really
Hoping for much.
expecting
Or, yeah.
much out of
Yep.
it, and sure enough, I got the call.
Oh.
It was like during a work meeting where I was like, "Oh, I gotta take this phone call." Like,
And they're ringing
Sorry,
you from
guys.
Thailand.
yeah, like, hey, it's Brian Ebersol. He was the coach at the time.
Yeah.
Former UFC fighter.
Yeah,
as
former
well.
UFC fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's the guy that shaved like an arrow into his chest.
I remember him. That's
Yeah.
right. He was a loose unit.
Yeah, he's still a pretty loose.
He's still a
Brian. But now he's living in Sydney actually. And
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he's got his whole family out there
That's
and
cool.
stuff. And
Fuck, what's it like getting that phone call?
yeah, I got that phone call. My heart I remember just shot out racing. And I remember not even being able to hear the words. So
Yeah.
I was like having such a huge like adrenaline dump
Yep.
at the time. And I just remember, just book your plane tickets for this day and blah, blah, blah. I'll see you there.
Oh.
I was like, oh shit, what do I do?
Yeah, right. Did you have to quit
Yeah.
your job?
Yeah, pretty much had to leave
Yeah.
the job and
See you later, Geek Squad.
See you later, Geek Squad, and sold. I remember like selling everything,
Yep.
like my car, my bike, and
Yep.
stuff to support myself to get out there, pay
Yep.
for flights, and I remember some people even pitching in for money,
Yeah,
for
right.
flights for
Sick.
me
That's cool.
to go. So
Yep.
I was getting a lot of support
Yeah.
from like my hometown crowd in like Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
That's cool.
To go out to international gym and try out for this big thing.
And so the pro team there, they have you sleeping in the camp the whole lot.
Sleeping. Yeah, they pretty much like pay for your training,
Yep.
and they give you like a stipend every month. And it was just like my chance to become a full-time fighter, like a real, like 100%. Just don't worry about bills. Just eat, sleep, and train. It was one of the best years of my life.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was just like living overseas. It was almost like going to uni for like
fighting.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was.
Was it much like? Was it a big culture shock for you? Obviously, your, I guess, background, but you grew up in America.
Huge. So like, yeah, I grew up in not only America, but like in the middle of nowhere. It was like. The whole state has less than 1 million people in it.
Oh, damn. Wow, that's a little one.
So, very sparsely populated place. And it's very mainly like rural, like farms and stuff. And going from that to like a third world country, Thailand, or riding around scooters and stuff. It was really cool.
Wild adventure. And you were there for a year, did you say?
Yeah, a year and a bit. Yep. I was there for a year, and I went back and forth after, like, during my year of UFC career, get some training in with other people and stuff. Like, I remember training with like Peter Yan out there once. The Hickman Bros. I don't know if you guys know them. They've actually opened up their own gym in Thailand as well, called Bang Tao MMA. Got to go check out. Yeah, but
what was it like training there? So like going from, I guess saying like, let's say amateur aspiring, you want to be a professional athlete, going straight into the big show.
Yeah. So
what was that like going to full-time training squad with, no doubt, if it's a pro team, a bunch of killers?
Yeah. So the team that I was training him back home was just like a group of people like in the garage, man. We were just like, it was just a really tight group of people. It's right now, like the gym back home is like exploding. But back then we had nothing. Like I remember we had to drive like 3 hours to get like proper training from like people that actually knew like like Muay Thai or Jiu-Jitsu. Like Jiu-Jitsu was a new thing back then. So it was hard to get like proper training, like real world-class training, and then going from that to people from that have black belts or wrestled or fought in the UFC. So Brian Ebersol, Roger Huerta was there. Just a bunch of guys, and the Thai trainers too, man. There's just so much knowledge and skill that like fighting, just working with the Thais and like feeling how they kick you. And,
like, that would have been a new experience.
Oh yeah, man, it was huge. It was definitely eye opening, and you just saw so many different styles of martial arts, and from different parts of the world, like Europe and Russia, and those like Dagestani guys, man. Like you'd be like, oh my gosh, like, oh man, this is gonna be a rough round going with this guy. Like those Eastern European dudes are just tough as nails.
Did you fight while you were on that training camp over there? Or?
I never got to fight Muay Thai or never really got to fight Muay Thai out there. But I did my first fight through, I guess, training through Tiger was fight here in Australia, in Brisbane actually. It's called it was called Rochambeau.
Rochambeau.
Yeah. So like this guy opened up he pretty much made his own promotion called Rochambeau.
Sick.
And
where was that?
This was out in this happened at the Sleeman Center.
Classic.
It was pretty good, like pretty cool venue. With the seats and
everything. I've been to some fun fight nights out there.
Yeah,
just to go to the Muay Thai fights out there.
Okay, yeah.
Great fun.
Yeah.
Interesting audience.
Interesting audience. Man, I wish they would like push it like further out, even like towards like Alex Hills and stuff. What's it, the pit?
Make it even worse, even more ghetto out there.
It gets worse as you go out.
Was
there much of an introduction into Thailand? Like, or was it just you land, you're straight in the deep end?
Much introduction, man. Let me think back. So, yeah, I think I did what Tiger had done was like prep like a kind of like a little guideline.
Yeah.
They had a team of people that looked after us with their stuff like accommodation and social media, and like we were pretty well looked after.
Yeah, right. So even social media wise, you getting
So I feel like they were like kind of quick on that
Yeah.
the social media train. Like they got like a media team together straight away, like a dedicated team to like shoot videos and put together content for social media.
For your social medias?
Yeah, for our social media, cool. for the gym social media.
Yeah, wow.
It was well organized.
They were into it early.
Yeah, into it, and look at where they're at now. They're like a multi-million-dollar gym right now out there.
That's insane.
Got like 10 Muay Thai gym rings that classes are always full and stuff. So,
holy fuck!
Yeah, it's massive. It's huge.
How did your first fight go on Brizzy?
Yeah, I ended up winning that fight. It was a pretty tough fight. I fought a guy. One of my would-be new training partners later down the road.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Grego Penaloza.
Yeah, right.
We trained together at Integrated MMA. Later on, we would train together, and I ended up fighting him the first time, and we had a tough fight, but I ended up winning in the second round there.
Sick.
Yeah, TKO.
Damn. Yeah. Would that be classed as your first pro fight?
Not first pro fight. I did have some pro fights in
Back
America. Yeah, and that was my first fight, I think, after like 2 years, because I took a long break.
Yeah.
Because like back when I was in the States, I was trying MMA. I was trying really pushing hard to be a fighter, and it just wasn't going anywhere. And that's kind of like when I decided to like go on the break and stuff.
Yeah.
And
that'd be a thing. It'd be a hard thing to break into, right?
Yeah. Break into fighting.
Yeah. To get yourself a start, get your name out, get picked up on promotions, etc.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Like thinking back, like if I were to, I guess, tell someone, hey, this is what you need from A to Z, how to be a professional MMA fighter, like that would be like I don't know, it would like jump all over the place. I don't think
it's not linear.
I don't think it would be a linear path.
You need many whiteboards to draw many diagrams.
Yeah, because it's like, all right, you gotta go, you gotta train. All right, first off, you gotta go train, right? You gotta know the skills
and be kind of good at it.
You gotta find someone that knows how. Like, are you in the right spot to get the right training, or should so many different variables.
What was your breakthrough? So what took you from like fighting that competition in Brisbane, had your pro fights and things like that, to then getting noticed, getting onto the UFC? What was that catalyst moment?
What was that moment like? I'd say definitely the jump from like going to Thailand, getting all that training, and then just having a solid fight record after, because I won a few fights after that. Just won like a bunch of fights in a row.
Yep.
And then what had happened was that viral video of me with the guy with the tattoo, the tatted up face.
I was there that night.
You were there.
I fucking loved it.
You were there.
Yeah, bro. Right. I was there. I followed that whole thing.
You would have loved
I've been
then.
secretly pumped to get you on to talk about it. Because
I
thought, and if he's watching, I thought he was a fuckwit.
Yeah, well, that's the.
Whoa! Let's back it up. Let's go through that story. And I was not there.
All right, so where do we start? Yeah, so I.
This is gonna be great because we're gonna get your perspective, and then we get Johnny's
as a fan.
In the fan, yeah.
So I had a fight in Logan, here in Brisbane.
Great, that was so much fun. That venue to watch.
It was fun. It's good venue. Yeah, really intimate. Right?
Yep.
So Julian Wallace, guy with tattoo face, gets into my face at the weigh-ins, and what had happened was like everyone kind of like, we were weighing in and stuff, doing the face-offs to the cameras, and then he after the cameras had flashed, he kind of like just kept like pushing his face into me, and I was like, what's going on, man? Like, are you all right? And then he did like this head nudge at the end, and I was like, oh man, like this guy's really serious about
weighing in.
wanting to
Weigh in.
weigh in.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, mate, like just wait until tomorrow.
Because he did a heap of like hype videos leading into it.
He
from
did
memory.
a few. Yeah, I think he did like a few stuff.
Yeah, and he was
Yeah.
trying to like get himself out there. Right? Is the way
it was pretty cool. You know,
Yeah.
it was really cool. And looking back at it, you know, at the time I was like, man, what a dickhead and stuff. But like, he's just pumping up the fight and stuff. You know, and it made it a fun fight. And yeah, I gotta thank Julian for you know, helping me get to where I am now.
Because you knocked him out real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah, I got him pretty good. So what had happened is like he got into my face and stuff, did the whole thing, and then the next scene of that video is in the fight where I just like roll one. He throws like a big haymaker at me, and I just roll under it and just bang hit him right in the jaw.
Yeah, right.
He was gone.
Oh man, I remember vividly like when it happens, when that moment of my fist like contacting to his like jaw. I remember like hitting him like on that corner of his jaw, like making that like that noise, like that noise, almost like when you break like a drumstick off a roast chicken or something.
Oh,
it's like that.
His jaw made that noise.
Yeah, I was like that, and yeah, I was like, dude, that's the hardest I've ever hit a person.
Yeah,
in my life,
and he went down.
Yeah,
gone.
Oh, dude, had to go down, man. I knew it was going down, but I just and in the video, like I threw more punches in the fight. Like I threw some more punches just to
a couple extras.
Yeah, just to make sure the job was done. It was just instinct, man.
Yeah,
just going in there for the kill. Right?
And that video went off.
Yeah, it went off. It got like 60-some million views. Yeah,
watch it.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And then I remember as an audience member, he had quite a big support base at the event.
He did.
And they all had
right.
those fucking t-shirts with his face and shit on it.
Yeah.
And they were all like, they were a bunch of
You were there, so yeah, you would have known. Like I remember, like I was like, oh man, I'm going into the freaking.
Yeah, they were all for it.
Yeah.
And there was me, my mate, and my then partner X now, and a couple others, and we were all like, we didn't like Jules. We were like, fuck, Ben is going to get him. And to be honest, we didn't know you, but we're like, he's going to get him.
Hell yeah.
And then the whole crowd just shut the fuck up. And we're like, get your t-shirts.
I love it. I'm watching the video now, and like, you're like, he's giving you a little head nudge, and you're just laughing. Like,
yeah, that's right.
This guy's just like, what the, like, you just look at him like, what's he doing? Like, are you okay, bro? Like,
I'm getting fired up for a weigh-in.
And then here it is.
And then Cabos.
He throws that. Oh, he's shit. It's that haymaker. Like, you're right. He goes for it. You duck right under. Now, I know nothing about fighting, but fuck, you clocked that motherfucker. Oh man.
Yeah.
Like, it's.
I got him.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good.
Fucking oath you did. And what round? You said that was the first round?
Yeah,
was very
26 seconds.
Very early.
Yeah, the whole video on YouTube, guys, is 43 seconds, and holy shit.
We might share that link with everything.
I'll put it in the show notes, but this is
it's a must watch.
But as you said, like, you know, that moment obviously propels you onto people's radar. This video, if I look at it now, it's got 67 million views 8 years ago.
Yeah.
So good.
You know, and like good. It's great that you can go look back and go, oh man, if that didn't happen, man, I probably don't get the next thing.
Yeah.
Or, that's just a good example, taking advantage of opportunities for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was just in the right place at the right time, and I was just taking fights left, right, and center. Just take anything I could, and it put me in that right spot.
And that obviously put you on the radar. Did you fight UFC next from memory? I
fought one more time after that. I fought a guy named Reese McLaren, which I broke my hand on on top of his head.
Oh damn!
at the same venue actually, and but I ended up beating him in decision.
With a broken hand.
Decision. Yeah, that was hard. Yeah.
Did you break the hand early?
Yeah, and it was like that first round.
Oh,
I remember hitting
Jesus.
him. Boom, like just whiffed like a big overhand, just like how
Yeah.
Jules threw him on
Yep.
me, but I just did it.
Damn.
Yeah.
So your hand's broken in this fight. Adrenaline's pumping, but you fucking every punch you throw, you feel it. Everything, every time you do anything.
Yeah, I'm like, man, I'm punching with it, but I'm like, why is my hand hurt so much? Like, I just thought I sprained it at the time, so, and
That's just the adrenaline masking the
Yeah.
proper pain, or
I bet it hurt lots the next day.
oh, dude, it was bad.
how do you like? Okay, again, I know nothing about fighting. I'm not a fighter. Johnny knows something, but
He's a lover.
I'm
He's a
very
lover.
much a lover, not a fighter. What is the thought process in those moments where you're just like you said there, you know, you're connecting with someone, your hand hurts every fucking time. What's your thought process going? What are you trying to get to?
Honestly, you're just running on just instinct and adrenaline sometimes, but you're also, I guess, I'm looking at myself from the outside. I'm like, oh, Ben, you gotta like freaking move a little bit better,
right.
man. Like, we gotta get out of here, or you gotta throw more punches, but yeah, I'm kind of like looking at myself from like
a third party
person,
kind of,
like,
yeah.
oh shit, like
Almost like
we're
an
taking a lot of
out-of-body
damage here.
experience.
Yeah, freaking, we better cover up a little bit better or move around or.
Is that a common thing in fighting?
I don't know if it is.
Yeah.
I guess that's.
Or is that just your? Like,
That's just my.
Yeah, right.
That's just how I feel like I guess direct myself in like the heat of battle and stuff.
Has it always been like that, or is that something you've developed?
Definitely something I've developed. I don't think I was able to like have that have that ability until like later on, like doing a lot of mental training and I guess visualization. Like I worked with like a mental coach for a bit.
What was that like?
Yeah, it was great. Like I had pretty much had a meeting with a guy overseas to pretty much like catch up on like how my training is going and kind of help lead my mental training, like going into like he would he'd make me visualize like what a fight would be like, going into it and kind of walk me through the steps. And he did like hypnosis and stuff, so he would like get me super relaxed or deep breaths and stuff, and then he would kind of like story tell my fight and like really have me kind of be there in that moment without actually having to be there and like feeling those feelings. So like when you actually get out there in the octagon, you're not like, oh shit, like lights and cameras and
it's not new. You've already done it.
I've already been there
and
felt that.
Was this post Thailand, pre UFC?
Yeah, during UFC. Yeah, UFC. Yeah.
How much of your career do you like look back and go, that was fucking so vital to it?
Oh man, all the time. Yeah, all the time. And like few of my fights, I don't think I would have made it past fight number. So I did 7 fights. I don't think I would have made it past number 2. Was it number 3 where I got bashed up pretty bad in my hometown in America? Yeah, so I'd left South Dakota to chase this dream, being an MMA fighter and living in Australia for a few years, and then UFC comes to my hometown, and then of course I get asked to fight in my hometown. I'm like, heck yeah, this is a great opportunity. Come back and I show my skills and stuff. Fought this taller guy. He's probably closer to like 6 foot. Like he's a tall guy for like being a flyweight.
What's a flyweight weigh?
57 kilos.
That's not a lot of kilos for a 6 foot person.
No, he now fights. Yeah, no, he's a big dude. But
holy crap!
Yeah, I just couldn't find my range with this
hard
guy.
with someone like that.
Yeah.
How tall are you? Sorry,
I'm 5'5".
Well, how much do you weigh at the moment?
Right now 63, 64 ish. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Would you say your height would be a lot more common for flyweight?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, anybody past like 5'9", and you're like, oh that's that's a big frame on for a small person.
Yep.
That's insane. But yeah, so after that fight,
after that fight, I just got wrecked. I got pretty down and I was pretty out, but got picked up by this mental. He reached out on Instagram, and
wow, so he just kind of could see, or
I think he was I think he was really wanting to get some practice because it was his first time doing it.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, not his very first time, but he was like just getting start. Like he was getting more and more athletes and stuff, and
it's pretty cool though.
I was one of his higher ranked ones.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
So do you, even to go back to UFC first fight for yourself, what was that? Was there a phone call to get you on a card, or what? How did it all work for you? And then what was that? You know, that's the big show that you've aimed for. What was that feeling like for yourself?
It was so that phone call was so what had happened was it was a fight in Adelaide. They were looking for a replacement for my weight class.
Yep. Oh, perfect.
Yeah, and I was like, oh,
me, pick me.
And then we had the right people in that could contact inside the UFC.
Yeah.
So I had Brian Ebersol.
Oh, he knows people.
He knows people, and then Roger Huerta, UFC veteran.
Yeah.
He was making phone calls and stuff. And sure enough, man,
You're like, our boy Ben's ready.
Let's go.
Were you ready?
I was ready.
Like, how many weeks out were you?
Hell yeah. I want to say like a month.
Like, not a lot of time.
Yeah, it was a month.
Yeah, right.
And I just was like, let's go. And I mean, it was like one of the hardest weight cuts because it was just it's been a while since I've fought at flyweight because I had to fight up around Australia. I had to fight bantamweight, like a weight class higher. So I wasn't used to going back down to my actual fight weight. And I remember like almost dying, but like I was like, man, I'm not gonna miss weight. Well, I'm not gonna miss weight. My debut fight in the UFC in the big show.
That's pretty cool, man. Like, do you remember it?
Do I remember the fight?
Yeah.
I do remember the fight. I remember going into it like with a lot of nerves because that I felt like everyone just knew me from the viral video and thought I only got in because of that stupid video. But I knew
a chance to prove yourself.
Exactly.
More to you.
Yeah, I knew I had to prove myself, and I went out there and knocked the guy out at 5 minutes 49 seconds, right the last second.
Oh,
yeah, wow.
How good's that?
Oh man, felt so good.
Jeez, that would have felt good when he hit the mat. When you landed that punch.
Yeah. Remember, like, huge weight off. Like,
like, you're like, I'm meant to be here.
I was like, I'm in. Like, let's go.
That's so cool.
So good.
And even though you could probably say Australia's a second home, perhaps.
Australia is
home.
My home.
So fighting in your home in Adelaide, that's a fucking cool experience
really
too. So the crowd would have been right behind you as well. I imagine.
Yeah, I was pretty much. I was the Aussie. I was the token Aussie. That apparently we adopt.
We do that with a lot of athletes. I'm not gonna lie. We have a few of those.
Who'd you say would be?
Even like powerlifting, we do it all the time. It's fucking stupid. Anyways, but my next question was so you had 4 weeks out from your first UFC fight. How long does your typical fight camp last?
8 weeks.
8 weeks.
Yeah, let's say about 8 weeks.
Was it a bit of obviously going to your first fight, a lot more nerves, a lot more was on the line. You have something to prove yourself. Did you feel underprepared with that 4 weeks, or were you just like, I'm just going to make the best of what I've got?
Mate, I felt like I had it, man. I felt like I was like, man, I'm good enough to be in the UFC. Like that's sick. I just remember I was like, man, it's about time. Like got in, and I was almost like about on the edge about like, man, like quitting or not. Like, but I was like, man, I just gotta keep going. Like, I gotta keep.
Just during the fight camp, or just before?
Just before getting the call up. I just remember like, man, like seeing all my mates, some of my mates back at home, like going places and stuff, and getting signed to Bellator or something. I'm like, oh man,
Kind of been
Where's my
fighting for
time?
the stream for a while.
Where's me? And then turn off the call. I was like, it's just like that stupid like cartoon that you see, like that miner like digging with the pickaxe, and like before he gets to the diamond,
he stops.
he stops.
And you were super close,
I was
and
like,
you got through.
it was like boop. It's like
And
right
then
there.
and that then launched, like you said, a 7-fight career with the UFC.
Yep. So I did 7 fights UFC. Went 4 wins, 3 losses. Made it to top 8 in my division.
Wow.
Flyweight.
Impressive.
And I believe I still hold the record for the fastest submission in my weight class.
Oh,
yeah, wow.
Yeah.
How quick? What was it?
Say like
On Google.
it was like a minute, somewhere around a minute.
Damn, that's
Let's go.
quick.
Let's, hold
What did you get?
What it was a rear naked choke.
Yeah,
Rear naked
nice.
choke. Yeah. So what happened? Like, yeah, I remember it was against Tim Elliott.
Yeah.
He fought DJ right before that.
Really?
Demetrius Johnson, and then yeah, we fought.
Yep.
And I was like, I was pretty nervous for that fight.
Yeah,
I was
because
like,
he's just fought the big guy.
yeah,
Damn.
yeah. And I was like, oh man, he's fought the best.
Yeah.
You know, he and now he's fighting me. It's like,
Yep.
oh shit, I gotta like be prepared for this. And
Did you see that fight as perhaps your opportunity to then like jump
for sure.
the stepping stone up as well?
Yeah, huge. Yeah, remember that fight. I wanted someone pretty high up there.
Yep.
You know, top 10 fighter.
Yep.
And I was supposed to fight Joseph Benavidez.
Oh, really?
Before. Yeah.
Yep.
But he had gotten injured with like a knee injury.
Yep.
So then Tim Elliott came in to replace him, and yeah,
That's insane.
ended up getting fight bonus for that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
50Ks on top.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
that was like,
UFC.
whew. Yeah, that was huge. That was awesome. That was like,
So imagine, like, there'd be quite a cost involved in you putting yourself into a ring too, right?
yeah, for sure.
Training, accommodation. If you're going somewhere to fight, all the people behind you supporting you to be
That's
there.
it. Yeah. So yeah, I got agent fees.
Yep.
That takes 10% off
Yep.
everything. You get a fight dietitian.
Yep.
Shout out to fight dietitian, Jordy.
Yep.
He's the man. He does now, man. He doesn't need the shout outs, man. He's like,
he's doing everyone.
He's doing freaking Izzy, freaking doing everyone. All the top guys in the UFC right now.
That's cool.
Seems like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just got so many costs that you wouldn't think that you would incur. And I remember going to we went to UFC invited us, like a few athletes, to go out to an athlete summit.
Yep.
And they had like speakers on, like Forrest Griffin came out, and Dana came out and met us and stuff. And I remember Forrest saying, whatever you make whatever you guys make, half of that does not belong to you. That was like his kind of rule of thumb, was like, that does, like, half of that doesn't belong to you. That belongs to taxes, all the other fees, all that shit.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, so many people go broke because they get all this money and then they spend it all, and then they got to pay.
They still
back.
got all the bills there.
All the bills. Yeah, exactly.
Is it something that, like, as you step through those bills lessen, when you get people coming to you, like sponsors going, we'll do your we'll sponsor you, and we'll do your food and all that sort of stuff?
It gets to the point where you actually want to pay these people for their services. I guess I never had that opportunity of like people reaching out and really, I guess, taking care of stuff. But fight dietitian, well worth his money. Like that, I had Jordy cooking for me on fight week and stuff.
Wow.
So fight week, instead of like having to go you're pretty much flown to a different city.
Yep.
You don't know where the grocery store is. You don't have a kitchen or anything.
Yeah.
Like you got to eat like specific foods and stuff. It can be really stressful
Yeah.
sometimes. Like, and that's like the one thing you want to avoid in fight week is stress.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because that fight week, particularly in the UFC, like just watching what you get to see through YouTube and all the other things.
Yeah.
Can't imagine what that'd be like for a fighter being through that whole experience. It'd be wild,
man.
wouldn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, I remember doing my first few UFCs. I remember I was like flying out by myself, like getting put into like Mercedes Benz on pickup, going to the hotel, like the 4 or 5 star hotel they put us in, and like, all right, gotta like go and see where I can find groceries.
Yep.
And, how to like cook this food, or like find a place that has I could cook this particular meal like without salt and shit like that, you know.
Yeah.
So,
plus, you've probably got some sort of commitments on that week for media and all kinds of stuff as well,
media
right?
and stuff, yeah. So you got like all the meetings and stuff, and you got to be around the area. And, you don't have a car sometimes, so
Fucking hell.
But UFC was nice. What they did was I think they had every hour they would send a bus to the grocery store.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so you can go pick up stuff. And,
Yep.
Yeah, they're really good
That's
about
cool.
it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're looking after you.
Yeah, they have to, because man, the last thing they want is like someone missing weight.
Yeah,
that throws everything off for them.
Yeah, you're the prize pony. They need to make sure.
Yeah, you're bringing them dollars, really.
Yeah, man. So like what they're doing now, like I went out to Vegas last July with my mate Shannon Ross. He's in the UFC now.
Yep.
Fights at the Gold Coast and stuff. But what they do is they give you a fight cut, weight cut package. They give you like a box with like a portable sauna. It's like this. It's basically like a bag that you sit in. Like, that leaves your head exposed and it gets hot. And when you sweat, it just pulls inside, and you just like unzip it, get out, and then you're sweet, man. You don't have to go into the sauna full of like stinky dudes that are, looking at you funny and like wanting to fight you because they're like also cutting weight.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah.
Yeah, your fucking opponents in the same
Yeah, I've done that before. It's weird. But
yeah, what's that like? You're like,
it's
hey,
cool.
hey,
man. Yeah.
It's
cool.
I'm gonna tear your head off in 3 days, but let's talk about the weather today.
Yeah, exactly. You're suffering. You're like, this is your fault. We'll make you suffer.
That's pretty funny.
But yeah, what UFC now, it's like now just give you like a whole package, like gives you a portable sauna and stuff. And
That's insane.
Nice,
That's cool.
Yeah,
Portable sauna.
That'd be cool.
look
I'm all
into
about
it.
the sauna.
I know.
Did you ever get to meet the big man, Dana White?
I did. Yeah, a couple times.
What's he like?
Yeah. He is like he is in.
He looks like
man.
a big personality.
He's just super loud and just always
On.
full of just full on all the time. It just seems like
Yeah, he
That's
looks
amazing.
like.
he just seems crazy busy all the time. Just
Yeah.
like, I gotta go. All right, see you guys. Boom.
He'd have like a minute for everyone.
Yeah, pretty
and
much.
that's it.
Fucking hell.
And now for yourself, like, looking at, age 35, are you now, is coaching the thing you're looking to try and move more towards? Is there more fighting in you? What do you?
Yeah,
a bit of
I think
both?
there's a bit of both.
Mm.
Bit of both. I still feel like I got that itch to fight again.
Yep.
And, I just did a grappling match against a pretty high level guy last weekend, and I surprised myself and I won pretty well. I got an arm bar. Pretty good.
Nice.
And I don't know. Feel like got a little bit more to give, but at the same time, it is a lot of hard work being a fighter, man. It's just,
it would be.
It's just a lot of and you really have to want it. You can't be in there like half in, half out. Like that's pretty dangerous.
Like, I mean, you're saying when you got here, you're talking about 3-day training as a thing.
yeah,
Like
That's a-
doing
yeah,
that
maybe
every day.
doing that every day, and then
Yep.
and being hungry, like literally like being hungry, looking at the clock, like because you're always at a training on a deficit and stuff. And
Yeah, because if you're trying to make 59, you're trying not to stay too far away from it, right?
Yeah. You just got to eat just enough just to fuel the training sessions,
Yep.
and that's it. Yeah. So
That's a tough time. That's a tough 8 weeks
Yeah.
if you're on an 8-week fight camp.
yeah, it sucks it out of you. It does.
obviously it'll take like there's obviously a lot of sacrifice in all those endeavors, but as you step through older now, you're married now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, married. Yep, married. She's also a fighter, and
Oh no way!
yeah,
That's cute.
she's professional boxer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's and we're actually opening our own gym together.
That's cool.
Someday in the future. Yeah, someday in the future. But yeah, down the road we're looking to open up our own gym and
sick.
Yeah.
But does that play in your mind about going back and fighting?
Yeah, all time.
Yeah.
All time. Yeah, all time.
Hold you back, you'd say? Or
I wouldn't say
not hold you back, that's probably the wrong word, but probably puts the brakes on it a little bit for you.
Little bit. There's just so many things I want to do. Like this, I want to open my own gym. I want to go climb Mount Everest someday.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
At least like hike out to the base camp or something. That'd be fun. But
what's the mission for you now?
Mission for me? That's a good question. Yeah, right now I guess I'm on that mission to find that mission. I'm kind of in that weird transition there. Yeah. Crossroads, maybe you'd want to say.
Do you enjoy the coaching side of things?
I really do. No, I really do. I've been really enjoying the coaching and being able to, I guess, give it back to other people and just look after my guys and help them become better athletes than I was. Like all the mistakes that I've done, like if I could somehow like get my students to avoid those mistakes and make good choices, like that's a win for
what would you say is your biggest mistake that you see a lot of new athletes coming through making?
Probably right off the bat, like the easy ones is just overtraining, not training smart, not having a direction with your training. There's just so many boxes you have to take with fighting. I guess just not having an open mind and taking new things on, new different skills, and
it sounds like for someone who just said that they're on this mission to find their mission, it sounds like you got a pretty good mission, helping the young generation come through. So feels like you're definitely on the right track.
Yeah, I feel like that's always gonna be there for me. But
you still got some fight.
I feel like I've got to do. There's always like something I got to do next, or I don't know.
One more fight would be fun.
One more fight, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Ooh, there was a maybe, but I feel like it was a yes.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like there was a hint of like, I really want to, but hey, I'm not.
There's definitely an itch there if you're doing some grappling comps.
Yeah, if you're doing some grappling comps, there's still
curious.
That fight. And the way you talk about it now, like again, we met. What's the time now? We had met probably a fucking hour ago.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, really?
We get fun. Time goes when we have fun.
That's exactly the point. But like, I met you an hour ago now, and you can tell the way you talk about it. There's still so much passion there for the sport and what you want to, and like where that translate into coaching or fighting. But I think you're not done with MMA just yet, are you?
Nah, I don't think I'll ever be. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever be satisfied. There's just so much.
That's the athlete in you, though, isn't it?
There's just so much to the sport, and I'm just learning so much about it now. I feel like I've learned so much now in the past 2 to 3 years coaching it.
Yep.
I've learned so much about like the technical aspects, the technique and stuff that I feel like I've learned more in the last 2 years than like the last 10 years, maybe.
Have you seen a lot of evolution since you first started learning the arts into what's being sort of coached and shown today?
A lot of evolution. Man, I'd say it's like it's gotten a little bit more. I feel like it's gotten simpler. Like everything's kind of gotten around better wrestling and better boxing.
Yep.
Instead of doing all the flashy kicks and all the crazy jiu-jitsu moves and stuff. So I feel like it's gotten a lot simpler where you have to have really good wrestling and you have to have really good boxing at least,
as a minimum. Yep.
Okay.
And is that a challenge here in Australia? Because there's not a lot of wrestling around.
I think it's right now. Wrestling is really it hasn't grown like America has, but I definitely feel like people have understood that is a need, and it's coming. Like the wrestling scene is
coming along.
Is starting to grow. Yeah, like we're training wrestling at Grapple Factory heaps, and I feel like I'm coaching more wrestling than I am striking. Like I've always become the wrestling person now. It's so funny because I never wrestled in high school, like back in America or anything like that. Yeah,
it's big over there.
It's huge over there, and I kick myself in the butt every time I wake up.
That you didn't do some wrestling as a kid.
I wish I wrestled when I was freaking young, but
still time, bro. Yeah.
What was your first martial art?
First martial art was Taekwondo.
Oh, classic.
Yeah, so I was like, I love punching, I love kicking. You know, in the video, like knocking people out. Like that's just my thing.
I'm gonna definitely put that video up. Like when we talk about it, because look, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm a pretty good fucking editor of.
Can you edit that in?
I can. I do. I know how to do that now. Yeah. This guy, fucking ups.
I feel like we need to edit that video.
Oh, I'll definitely put it in because it is like, So look, we'll put it in the show notes for people to peruse. But it was again for someone who has never really fought, and I've watched a few UFC fights, but I wouldn't like I'm nowhere near his level of a fan, but I can appreciate an athlete, and that was a cool fucking video to watch. Like that.
Yeah.
Man, and it's one of those videos you watch for those listening who have already watched it because this has come out with a fucking nice highlight, but you feel the punch.
Oh man. Did I feel the
punch?
No,
like as a watcher.
You feel
it? I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, man.
I felt it when I was there.
I can't imagine what like the sound that would have made. Like obviously I had the fucking sound down, but man. Anyways, we like to just really kind of conclude the potty with very 10 random questions. So this is
random questions.
They're the most random fucking questions you'll ever hear in your life.
Oh my gosh!
All right, this so you can't cheat and see them.
And you know, this is just a little peek behind the very young face you are sporting.
The young face,
bro. You are not 30 fucking 4.
Not 34.
You're not. I don't believe it.
No, Ben.
I mean, I've got a Wikipedia page.
More than I've got, so
I don't got. We'll have to make one.
Go check it out.
You're Neo in the Matrix.
Neo in the Matrix.
You can take the red pill, find out the truth, or the blue pill, and continue not knowing. What are you doing?
Oh, the red pill, for sure.
Favorite lunch item, and I'll put this with a dash when not cutting weight.
Favorite
thing you could eat for lunch when you're not cutting weight.
Not cutting weight. Food.
You get to actually eat what you want.
Fried chicken.
Oh, fucking
KFC.
good one. KFC. Yeah, look, you kind of inspired me to go
Zinger Burger.
After. Oh, how good is Zinger Burgers?
Yeah.
Sorry, we're gonna go. You go.
Zinger
You go.
Burger.
What movie would you like to live in?
What movie would I like to live in? Oh man. Interstellar, maybe when they go to like the different planet.
Yeah, right. Okay, that's a good.
It's like whoa, be freaking cool.
That'd be wild.
Good
like in
answer.
the future, like in the actual future.
Best advice you've been given.
Best advice I've been given. That's a big question. Be like water.
Yes. I like that. What question would you ask your pet?
What question? Oh, I asked my pets lots of questions.
But if they could respond.
Oh, if they could respond?
Yeah. What do you want to know?
Do you want to murder me?
Do you own a cat?
Yes, too.
And I guess
that was pretty good.
Cats.
Yeah.
The answer is
they won't murder me.
Cats absolutely want to kill people. if the only reason they're our pets is we're bigger.
And we feed them.
Yeah. Would you rather eat a cake or a pie?
Ooh, pie.
Good choice.
Yeah. Can I ask what type of pie? Sorry.
Oh,
like are you a sweet or a savory? I'm really.
Man, that's a sweet or savory pie. I feel like that's two different classes.
It is, but
like you can
I'm always gonna go an apple pie.
Yeah,
like a warm apple pie, like fucking
yes. Macca's apple pie.
Macca's, I'm not.
Macca's apple pie.
I don't mind.
Some ice cream on that apple pie.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of like those snack apple pies you get from Woolies, like the Nana's brand, and then you just chuck some fucking air fry it, and then you put connoisseur cookies and cream ice cream on.
Done.
I love cookies and cream ice cream.
Cookies and cream ice cream is good.
Fuck, I apologize.
I
That's
want
good.
that.
I don't know.
What board or card game do you dominate everybody at?
Board or card game? Uno.
Nice.
Sure.
What would you get for a tattoo?
What?
What would your next tattoo be?
Oh.
Do you have any?
I don't have any tattoos.
So what would your first one be?
What would your first tattoo?
Oh
be?
man,
Our logo? Is it the Platform Podcast logo?
You're gonna get our
Oh.
logo.
Am I
Fuck,
gonna
that's
get it?
sick.
Oh, all right. I guess so.
Hello. There was no. It was just like this is that
There was
rubber
no
arm.
All right. All right then. That was the first one.
That escalated quickly.
It did. Wow.
Favorite pizza?
Favorite pizza? Pepperoni. Pepperoni classic.
Thin
Thin crust.
Yeah.
Thin crust has
Must
to
do.
be.
Yeah,
Right?
Fucking absolutely.
Right?
My
Domino's
my
thin
fiance
crust?
introduced me to that, and it's a game
Oh,
changer.
yeah.
Pepperoni
Yes.
thin crust, don't
Yeah,
it?
thin crust. I always had pepperoni, but it just wasn't thin crust.
Thin crust only.
So good.
You got 1 week to live, Ben. What are you doing?
Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing in 1 week?
That's all you got.
I don't know.
It's done in
I
one.
would just stay at home and keep doing what I'm doing. I
Sick.
guess. Yeah.
Such a good question. Like
I would just stay at home and be like, oh, all right, well, I'm just gonna chill out.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You know, like I think people expect a different answer, but they're like, no, man. Like I'm just gonna spend time.
I'm just gonna like.
When you really enjoy what you
Yeah.
enjoy doing, you're really doing what you enjoy doing.
That is
You're
a
not
really
changing
good
it, right?
question. I
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
That's
Oh,
it. That's the 10. Man, thank you
Wow.
so much for coming on the show. We absolutely appreciate you giving up your time.
Oh, dude, easy.
It was sick.
It was
fun.
it was unreal to
We're
chat to
getting
you. And
some MMA guys on. We'll have to do an MMA roundtable.
MMA roundtable.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We just had Dan Higgins on last week.
Did you?
Yeah, yeah,
What? That's my coach.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
your current coach? Or
Yeah,
yeah,
coach.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, we
That's
just had.
mad.
He was in here last week.
Was
Sitting
he?
exactly where you were.
Yeah, he was sitting there.
I was unfortunately not
Legend.
here.
That was a great chat. It was good fun.
Aw.
We've had a
I'm
few
gonna
local.
watch that one.
Yeah, it should be us soon. We had a few
Yeah?
local jits guys on and stuff over the time.
Cool.
We'll get
Yeah, man.
everyone in for a big fucking MMA chat.
We just need more
That's
mics and a bigger
awesome.
table.
Have you guys been hearing what's going on with Tim Schultz?
No. What's
Oh,
happening?
so there's a guy. Oh, actually, yeah. This guy.
This is a
right
platform
now-
exclusive. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, well, he got bad staph infection in Thailand.
Ooh.
He used to fight at a base
Yeah, yeah.
here, and
Damn.
Tim Schultz, man, it got into his bone.
You don't want that.
It got.
It's shaved. My friend showed me this.
Yeah, did you see it?
It was just
It was like his. It was
his
like
tibia.
gone.
It
Yeah,
was his tibia.
Yeah.
you could see everything. It was sorry.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
it like I. So my mate, he's Sam Harrison, who we've had on the show. He's the strength and conditioning
Mhm.
of the Queensland Reds. I don't know how he knew the bloke who knew, but yeah, he showed me the photos. He came over the other day, and I like, bro, don't show me that. I was about to cook dinner. Like it was, you saw
Yes.
bone. Like, did you guys ever watch? This is a little bit off topic, but on topic. The doco, I think it was on KO, one of those like the American football player, so NFL quarterback, compound fracture, then in hospital got that flesh-eating bacteria, and then he lost half his leg, had to graft his like quad to his calf or whatever. Did you guys see that?
No.
Oh, unreal comeback story. He came back and played NFL.
Damn.
Sick.
Yeah, like
Alright.
absolutely unreal. But it was, they showed it like that, and that's exactly like
Yeah.
Tim Schultz.
Yeah.
It's fucked.
It's bad.
You
Yeah.
don't want that.
Yeah. So, yeah, the MMA community got together, put up a donation page,
Cool.
and got
It's
a bunch of money together
That's good.
because he had
to get him out of the hospital because they had to. They
he had to
wouldn't
pay up
release him.
front.
Yeah, they wouldn't
30
release
grand
him
was it
to-
something?
It was something like that, something
Fucking
ridiculous.
hell.
But like they wouldn't release him unless they paid the Thai hospital.
Yeah.
where
Because
he
they
was
fucked
staying,
up
you know?
though, didn't they?
They messed up and they gave him the wrong antibiotic
Yeah.
or something, and it wasn't
Oh.
actually.
He wasn't
treating-
allowed to fly. until his hospital bill was paid, but it was like 30 fucking K up front. But they fucked up because they needed to get a surgeon or a doctor from Australia. Man, it was hectic. So
it was pretty hectic.
Tim Schultz, fucking, we're thinking of you. I've seen it.
Man.
Sorry for saying your leg was fucked up, but it was just,
it's messed up.
It was not good, man.
But apparently it's they're able to save the leg.
Yeah, good.
So,
that's massive.
Yeah, that's a huge win, and I just was really happy
because he was posting quite. I think it was him or his mate was posting about it.
Yeah,
and they were like showing everything that was going on, man.
It was like he said it was like waking up in the surgeries, so he woke up like in the middle of surgery and like working on his leg and like seeing his tendons and stuff in his
for those who aren't watching, I had to like push my microwave because I thought I was going to vomit there. That's just hectic.
But yeah, Tim Schultz, thinking about you, and hopefully you get recovered.
Yeah, man. Fucking oath.
Far out.
Oof.
Anyways,
that's it. Yeah, we're going to finish on that. And you're a legend.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Give one of those. Oh, we got two there.
Double.